To be clear, all the events that have led up to now are all connected in a narrative that we can easily follow. It is the story of the rise and fall of mankind, and a story that goes on to this very moment that you're watching this. It is a story that has yet to be resolved. The resolution of all the events leading up to this moment will be determined by the actions that we take today. As the large empires fell, many other kingdoms and empires formed afterwards, leading up to the land empires as well as the maritime empires of Europe. The details of the events are always going to be obscured by the bias and manipulation of truths, but we can see by taking a step back that there seems to be a guiding hand in these events.
Well, there is a network of families that you can take back to the ancient world, to places like Babylon, Sumer, which is now Iraq. You can chart them through to Rome, where they were responsible for the Roman Empire and the creation of the Roman Church. And then they came up into Europe to become the European aristocracy and royal families.
These empires, being led by royal families and lineages, the world to them is like a chessboard. They would have disagreements which would lead to wars, costing the lives of millions who believed they were fighting for the name of their god or for their king and for their country. These traitors of humanity who tricked and manipulated the many people of the world were all well aware of the knowledge that they were aiming to suppress. They knew that the implications of the knowledge would lead to humanity's ascension, collective evolution, as a whole. A species of this divinity would transcend the limitations created by psychological belief systems, such as borders, boundaries, races, cultures, monetary systems, and anything to do with the material-oriented societies that led to the societies of today. So, just imagine how these inquisitors felt when they stumbled upon Africa or the Americas to find an entire continent filled with people who lived amongst nature. In fact, some of the Spanish inquisitors wrote in their logs that the Taínos were a living expression of God. However, the monarchy stepped in and said that these people were pagans and devil worshippers. They would spread the notion that these people were subhuman, savages, and primitive. And this manipulation of people's perspective on their image allowed people to see them no more as subhuman or cattle. The details of the horrific actions committed by these empires of dirt will upset any who read about it. Slavery, genocide, culture cleansing, assimilation, rape, pillaging, and plundering. This period marked the darkest in history. Millions of people were living under oppression. Any who would question the authority were executed. Perhaps the most disturbing part of this dark period of time would be the situation pertaining to the Aztecs. If there was any clear reason why the Spanish inquisitors thought the natives were all devil worshippers, it would be because of the Aztecs. The facts of the matter are not clear, due to the fact that the Spanish burned entire piles of codexes and scriptures, in piles up to 30 feet high in some cases. Knowledge and information pertaining to the Mayans, the Aztecs, and the Mexica. But some of the inquisitors recorded pieces of information at the risk of breaking the law and being executed themselves. What they have revealed to us was that the Aztec Empire was in the process of mass sacrifices. The entire empire was in mass decline. Up to 80,000 people in 4 days sacrificed during one occasion, and the reasons for doing so is even more disturbing. The Aztec bureaucracy was in many ways similar to that of the Byzantine Empire, in that they manipulated the masses to further their own agenda. They used religious belief systems to control the minds of the masses. The wars and conquests between empires and nations would continue on to what is now recent history. The actions and reactions of what has occurred has directly affected our way of life today. What people must understand is that the past is not something that is over and done with. Events are chained together in a sequential story. This is the story of humanity, and this story is still ongoing. We are a part of it. I am the